Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Van der Beek's agent has said that Van der Beek will succeed and prove his doubters wrong at Manchester United this season. Donny van der Beek sends a message to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer saying pick me or I will go. Van der Beek was denied a loan move to Everton. Solskjaer rejected Donny van der Beek's exit. Now this is Donny van der Beek's second full season at Manchester United. Last season Van der Beek made 36 appearances for Man United in all competitions, but most of them appearances came from the bench. Van der Beek started just 4 games in the league last season. I haven't really had much of a perception on him at Man United, but in general he is a good player. I thought he was very good at Ajax. We got Van der Beek in a deal worth 40 million with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025 and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. But earlier on in the summer he was subjected to a lot of transfer speculation. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo has been released from international duty. Cristiano Ronaldo became all-time international top scorer with 2 late goals against Ireland. Cristiano Ronaldo is Manchester United's new number 7. Ronaldo recently had his first interview. Ronaldo said I'm very happy to be back home after 12 years. Cristiano Ronaldo has made it clear to Solskjaer that he's returned to win trophies. Will Cristiano Ronaldo win Manchester United the title? I hope he does. A couple of days ago, Ronaldo officially signed for Manchester United on a 2-year contract with an option of a 3rd year. Ronaldo will receive £480,000 a week, so he is the highest earner at Old Trafford. Manchester United agreed a fee of €15 million. There's a further €8 million in add-ons, so that's €23 million in total. That equates to 19.7 million in pounds sterling. Ronaldo completed his medical on Monday. Last Friday, it got announced that Manchester United reached an agreement with Juventus to re-sign Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was our final signing of the summer transfer window. I'm expecting Ronaldo to make his debut against Newcastle next week. And after the 1-0 win against Wolves, Solskjaer confirmed that Ronaldo will play as a centre forward. I can assure Ronaldo will do well in his second spell. He could play for Man United until he's almost 40. He's 36 at the moment. Last week, Ronaldo left Juventus training after 40 minutes and he made it clear to Juventus that he wanted to leave. But I'm really surprised that he's come back, and I think a lot of United fans are, because I didn't think he'd have ever come back. You know, Man City were the favourites to sign him. Man City held talks with Cristiano Ronaldo's agent, George Mendes, but Man City ended up pulling out of the race. Juventus actually said they wanted 25 million, but we got him for less than 25 million. In Solskjaer's press conference prior to the game against Wolves, he made a public plea for Cristiano Ronaldo to rejoin. In Ronaldo's first spell at Man United, he scored 118 goals in 292 games in all competitions, and he won 3 Premier Leagues, the Champions League, the FIFA Club World Cup, the FA Cup and 2 League Cups. And in his first spell, he endured 6 years at Manchester United. When we first got Ronaldo, we paid £12 million for him from Sporting Lisbon. Obviously had him 6 years, then sold him to Real Madrid in 2009 for £80 million. We gained a £68 million profit. He endured like 10 years with Real Madrid. And Juventus got him in 2018 for £88 million. He endured 3 years with Juventus. His current contract at Juventus was due to expire next year. Ronaldo is the greatest player of all time. He's won 32 major trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Now obviously the summer transfer window closed at 11 p.m. on the 31st of August. And like I said to you, Manchester United endured a good summer transfer window. It was one of the best transfer windows we'd endured for a while. You know, we made 4 signings. We brought Tom Eaton in on a free from Villa. We brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund. We brought Rafael Varane in from Real Madrid. And we re-signed Cristiano Ronaldo. We spent around 140 million. And Solskjaer mentioned a few times that he was very impressed with our summer transfer business, and Solskjaer did receive the backing he deserved. You know, Solskjaer wasn't backed enough for such a long time. The only disappointments in the summer transfer window is that we didn't get a midfielder in. You know, Manchester United need a midfielder. I think we'll go in for one in January. And the other disappointing thing is that we only managed to sell 1 player. And the player we sold in the summer transfer window was Daniel James. He went to Leeds for 25 million. He signed a 5-year contract with Leeds and he'll wear the number 20 shirt. But he'll get more chances at Leeds. The reason we offloaded Daniel James is because Ronaldo returning to Man United. So, you know, there were the disappointments. We did loan quite a few players out in the summer transfer window. We loaned Brandon Williams out to Norwich. We loaned Andres Pereira out to Flamengo. We loaned Ethan Laird out to Swansea. We loaned Axel Tuanzebe out to Aston Villa. We loaned Tahith Chong out to Birmingham. And we loaned Facundo Pellistri out. Solskjaer blocked quite a few players' moves. You know, he blocked Anthony Martial leaving, because it said on deadline day that Martial rejected the chance to join Lyon on loan. You know, like I said, he blocked Donny van der Beek's exit. I heard that he blocked Elanga's exit. He blocked Diego Dalot's exit, or Dalot. And blocked Jesse Lingard's exit. But I'm expecting Manchester United to offload players in January. and I'm expecting us to offload more players next summer. So the players that I've got to leave us next year, we've got to offload Martial. Juan Mata, we need to offload him. I think he'll leave next summer when his contract expires. Earlier on this year, Juan Mata signed a 1-year contract extension. I think there's a good chance we'll offload Van de Beek in January or next summer because he isn't getting enough game time at Man United. Matic has a good chance we'll offload him in January or next summer. Fred, there's a good chance we'll offload him next year. I think we should offload Lindelof next year. Get rid of Delors next year. And I think we should offload Phil Jones next year. Manchester United reportedly have the third most expensive squad in world football, behind PSG and Man City. Our squad is worth 805 million compared to Man City's 890 million. But like I said on one of my videos I did the other day, Man United have a title winning squad, so the time for excuses is over. You know, we've got the best player in the world in our team. You've got Jadon Sancho, that's good. I think Jadon Sancho's going to do well at Man United, providing that Solskjaer uses him right. Sancho obviously made his first start in the game last weekend against Wolves. Didn't really get in that game much because he didn't get enough service. Sancho to Man United was confirmed on the 23rd of July. We got Sancho in a deal worth 78 million with add-ons included. Sancho's got a contract with Man United till June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Raphael Varane, I think he's going to do really well at Man United. Varane made his debut for the club last weekend against Wolves and he did well in his debut. He looked well composed and he made some good interceptions and made some good key clearances. Varane to Manchester United was official just before kick-off against Leeds, which was the opening day. We got Varane in a deal worth 41 million. With add-ons included, Man United paid like 34 million up front. Varane signed a 4-year contract with Man United. There's an option of a further year, and Varane is wearing the number 19 shirt. Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced and he's got a fantastic pedigree as a player because he won a lot of trophies during his time at Real Madrid. Tom Heaton, I thought he did well throughout pre-season, to his credit. Heaton's obviously a backup. We brought Tom Heaton in on a free from Villa. Tom Heaton's got a contract with Man United till 2023. There's an option of a further year. Dean Henderson, he's also a very, very good goalkeeper. Dean Henderson has been unavailable because he's been recovering from COVID, but he is close to returning. Dean Henderson did well in a lot of the games he was in goal for last season. His distribution was good and he kept a lot of clean sheets. Dean Henderson has got that experience behind him because he endured 2 successful loans with Sheffield. He's also had other loan spells before. Before the start of last season, Henderson signed a 6-year contract with the club, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to Man United. I still highly rate David De Gea, despite the mistakes he's made in the last couple of years. De Gea's done well so far this season. He's been in goal for our first 3 league games. He was very, very good against Wolves last week and made a world-class save to deny Romain Saiss. Made a double save to deny Saiss and he made a straightforward save to deny Raul Jimenez. We know that David De Gea is staying at Manchester United for this season. Solskjaer's facing a goalkeeping dilemma now, reflecting on De Gea's good displays. This is David De Gea's 11th season. He's endured 10 years at Man United, so he's been a long-serving player. He's been with us since the Ferguson era. A couple of years ago, David De Gea was regarded as the best goalkeeper in the world because he's won everything domestically at the football club and he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. De Gea has like 2 years left on his contract and he's on £375,000 a week. Luke Shaw, he's a very good left back. I'm expecting Luke Shaw to do well this season. You know, Luke Shaw was superb last season. In fact, last season, he was the best left back in the Premier League. Shaw's been our first choice left back for a while. He still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Tellez. Shaw's been at Man United for like 7 years, so he's been a long-serving player. And I reckon he's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries. Harry Maguire, you know, he's a good centre-half. He's had his good games at Man United, he's had his bad games. But we should get the best out of Maguire now with Varane alongside him. Towards the end of last season, Maguire was a miss because he had ligament damage in his ankle. We overpaid for him. We got him in a deal worth £80 million from Leicester, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment and the second most expensive signing at the club. Eric Bailly, I think he's a decent centre-half, but my element of concern about Eric Bailly is injury prone, so in that aspect is a liability. Towards the end of last season, Eric Bailly signed a new contract with Man United. Wait a second, you put my phone on. Signed a new contract with Man United till 2024. Earlier on in the summer, he said that Eric Bailly's future was in doubt following the arrival of Varane, but I would keep Bailly as a backup, so if Varane or Maguire get injured, then Bailly is the plan B. Got quite a few centre-halves, but I certainly prefer Bailly to Lindelof. And Wan-Bissaka, you know, he's a very, very good right-back. He's one of the best right-backs we've had since Gary Neville, is Wan-Bissaka. Defensively, he's always been superb, but there's aspects of Wan-Bissaka's game that's got to improve. He's got to show more attacking intent. Maybe his crossing's got to get better, and maybe he's got to provide more width, and I think his position needs to slightly improve. This is Wan-Bissaka's third full season at Man United. We got him in a deal worth $50 million from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019. Paul Pogba, you know, he's good. You know, he's done well so far this season. He's registered 5 assists, 4 assists against Leeds and 1 assist against Southampton. Pogba produced good performances in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while. And he sustained some ankle injuries at Man United. Now, like I updated you earlier on today, a report by 2O Sports said that Juventus want to re-sign Pogba next summer. Pogba did endure 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. Real Madrid are still interested in Pogba. Yesterday, reports came out saying that Pogba is increasingly likely to sign a new contract to stay at Manchester United, reflecting on our summer transfer business. I think with the arrival of Ronaldo, that should persuade Pogba to stay. Pogba's current contract expires next summer. Sky Sports News said not so long ago that Paul Pogba is very likely to leave Man United on a 3. And it actually said, was it before the start of the season, that Pogba's set to join PSG on a 3, because PSG are pushing him to sign him next summer, and it said that PSG are prepared to offer Pogba £510,000 a week in wages to prize him away from Man United. PSG couldn't get him in the summer transfer window because they got Lionel Messi. But talks are still ongoing over extending Pogba's contract, like Solskjaer mentioned the other week. Before the start of the season, Sky Sports News said that Pogba sees a long-term future at Man United but may wait on the contract extension. Before the start of the season, Pogba rejected a new contract at Man United. Scott McTominay, he's a decent player. McTominay's not yet on that level where I want him to be at, but McTominay needs more time at the club. Just after the first lockdown last year, he signed a 5-year contract with Man United, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to the club. He's out with a groin injury at the moment. He did have an operation on his groin. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes is very, very good. He's one of our best players and he's one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. In most of Bruno Fernandes' games at Man United, he's been very, very consistent, but there's been quite a few games where he's looked off the pace, but we have overplayed him. Fernandes was very good on the opening day against Leeds because he got his first hat-trick as a Manchester United player. Bruno Fernandes has been at Man United over a year and a half now. He's made it clear that he doesn't want to leave the club and he's happy to stay at Old Trafford as contract talks go on. Solskjaer wants a new contract for Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes is under contract with us until 2025. There's an option of a further year. Last season he won Player of the Year and he's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. We got Fernandes from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. He predominantly plays as a number 10. Obviously, Mason Greenwood, he's very, very good. He's been an absolute revelation since he broke into our senior squad. Greenwood made his senior debut for Man United back in 2019. He's been a United player since the age of 7, so he's been part of the club for a long time. And last season he signed a new 4-year contract. He's already got 3 goals in our first 3 league games this season. And Edison Cavani, he's made an impact since he's come in. I think Cavani will be leaving after this season. Back in May, signed a 1-year contract with Man United. Cavani receives around £250,000 a week. But don't forget, on deadline day, reports came out saying that Barcelona made an inquiry to sign Edison Cavani. And he said Barcelona were in advanced talks. But Fabrizio Romano came out and said that Cavani would not join Barcelona. He's not leaving Man United in the final hours of the transfer market. And Rashford, he's good when he wants to be, but he's endured his bad periods at Man United. He was out of form towards the end of last season. And he's become injury prone as well, which is a concern. Rashford is out until October with a shoulder injury because earlier on in the summer, Rashford decided to have surgery on his shoulder. But when he comes back, we need to keep Rashford on that left-hand side because that's where he seems to be more effective. And like I've mentioned, Amad Diallo looks a good asset for the first team. He hasn't played much, but he's looked good when he's played. We were supposed to be loaning him out in the summer transfer window, but we couldn't because he got injured. And that Alanga looks a good asset for the first team, and he was supposed to be going out on loan, wasn't he, if I'm right? So, there you go. But so far this season, we have registered 7 points from our first 3 league games. So we've won 2 and we've drawn 1. We are sitting 3rd in the Premier League. I'm expecting Man United to enjoy a good season. This is season's massive for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's aware of that because Ole has got big expectations to exceed. Solskjaer basically has to win a trophy this season to save his job, because he's not yet won a trophy as Man United manager, and we haven't won a trophy since 2017. Solskjaer's ambition for this season is to win the Premier League. We haven't won that since 2013, and what an achievement it would be if Solskjaer was to win the title this season. Before the start of the season, Solskjaer talked up Man United's title hopes. This is Solskjaer's third full season as Man United manager, and he's managed over 150 games as Man United manager in all competitions, and he's managed 100 Premier League games as Man United manager. Solskjaer's been in charge of the club now for almost 3 years. I think we certainly made a mistake giving him that new contract before the start of the season, because I don't think he'll see out that new 3-year contract. You know, we appointed Solskjaer in December 2018 to replace Mourinho, and he's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. But since Ole has come in, he has made good signings. Solskjaer has spent around 441 million in total as Man United manager. You know, brought 14 players in. You know, he's got rid of a lot of players since he's come in, which he knew he had to do. He's got rid of quite a lot of players permanently. He's loaned quite a few players out. You know, progress has been made under Ole. You know, because he's got us to like semi-finals. You know, last season he got us to the Europa League final, and that Europa League final was his first major final as Man United manager, and he got us to the FA Cup quarter-final. So there you go, and last season got us a second place finish, and in his first full season got us a third place finish. And I like the way Solskjaer develops the youth, and he's more or less giving everybody their chances to express themselves, including the young players, like he assured he would do when he got appointed in as Man United manager. But like I've said to you before, when we have been inconsistent, and when we are inconsistent, not all of the blame stems from Ole. Obviously, there's certain things Ole's accountable for. But there's obviously certain players that have had to take responsibility, because there's still certain players at Man United that are not good enough to represent the club. And I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time. Like I've said to you, the Glazers, they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. The main reason is because they've put Manchester United into so much debt. The Glazers have been with us for 16 years. They purchased the club for 500 million back in 2005. And don't forget, towards the end of last season, a lot of United fans protested against the Glazers at Carrington and then outside Old Trafford, because there was plan to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. But to be fair, in the summer transfer window, the Glazers back Solskjaer, and Woodward, he's been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. But Woodward stood by Solskjaer. It got announced Woodward was leaving when that European Super League came into the equation. Woodward has had a 16-year association with the club. So, there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always. And take care, God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.